The Last of Us Season 1 delivered heartbreak, horror, and hope, leaving us with unforgettable twists. Before Season 2, let's recap the moments you need to remember. The prologue of the show is a fictionalized TV interview from the late 1960s with scientists discussing the process of viral infection. This is the first hint at the potential threats to come. The series begins on September 26, 2003 in Austin, Texas. Joel Miller is played by Pedro Pascal. He's a single dad who loves his daughter, Sarah, Nico Parker, and is trying to make life work. The day is his birthday. That's when everything changes. What follows is the devastating cordyceps outbreak that turns humans into violent, mindless creatures. Joel arrives home with his brother Tommy, Gabriel Luna, in time to save Sarah from her infected neighbors. Together, the three of them attempt to escape Austin. The outbreak spirals into chaos. The Miller's vehicle is struck by debris from a falling aircraft, and Sarah is injured in the incident. Joel and Tommy manage to get her out, and Joel, carrying Sarah, dodges, weaves, and runs for their lives, trying to escape the infected. As they continue, a soldier kills the infected that were hot on their heels. That same soldier then receives orders to shoot the two. Joel survives, but Sarah is fatally wounded, dying in his arms. This moment changes Joel forever. 20 years later, remnants of humanity live under strict martial law in quarantine zones, controlled by Fedra. Some have joined the resistance group the Fireflies. Joel is now estranged from his brother and living in the Boston QZ. He works as a smuggler alongside his partner Tess, Anna Torv, trading contraband. Their lives take a dramatic turn when Marlene, head of the Fireflies, tasks them with smuggling an almost feral 14-year-old girl, Ellie, Bella Ramsey, out of the QZ. Marlene, who is played by Merle Dandridge, reprising her role from the game, states that Ellie is important, but gives very little reason as to why. All Joel and Tess have to do is get Ellie to the Capitol building in Boston, and the Fireflies will take over. Tess agrees, but Joel needs some convincing. Little do they know that Ellie is potentially the key to humanity's survival. After being attacked by an infected, she finds she's immune to the cordyceps, making her humanity's best hope. Marlene believes that getting Ellie to their doctors could lead to a vaccine. Their journey outside the QZ is immediately met with danger as they encounter Fedra soldiers. Fearing she'll be discovered as being bitten, Ellie attacks the guards, leaving Joel to step in. Ellie confesses about her immunity, and the team escapes, making their way into the unquarantined area of Boston, where infected are always close. Having to detour through a museum, some rooms cave in, alerting infected. The trio managed to escape, but not all is well. Arriving at the Capitol building, they discover that Marlene's team has died, taking their lives rather than succumbing to a cordyceps infection. Joel accidentally alerts every infected in Boston by stepping on a small hidden cordyceps vine connected to every living fungus. That's when Tess admits she was bitten. Knowing she's doomed, she urges Joel to complete the mission, to get to their friends Bill and Frank, get a car, and get Ellie to Tommy out in Wyoming. Tommy knows the Fireflies. He can help. Knowing he has no choice, he drags Ellie away, leaving Tess to sacrifice herself in a fiery explosion that also destroys the throng of infected. In a beautifully crafted episode, we meet Bill, Nick Offerman, a hardened survivalist living alone in his evacuated town. As an industrious survivor, he has fortified it well. Over the years, he builds a life with Frank, Murray Bartlett. Frank is the reason Tess and Joel know Bill, and Bill is the reason Tess and Joel were able to smuggle such good products. Bill and Frank's love story provides a rare window of beauty, hope, and some respite from the harsh world around them. When Joel and Ellie arrive, they find a letter explaining the couple has passed away. Bill bequeaths his assets to Joel and encourages him to protect those he cares about. The pair clean up, stock up, and head out on the road in Bill's truck. Though Joel initially viewed Ellie as a burden, their bond slowly starts to form as they travel across post-apocalyptic America. Joel and Ellie's journey takes them through Kansas City, where a rebellion has overthrown Fedra. They are ambushed by locals, forcing the car off the road. Ellie saves Joel's life, and the two escape into the city. As they hide out, we see a glimpse of Joel's paternal side as he awkwardly tries to comfort Ellie. While they're hiding, they meet Henry and Sam, two brothers on the run from the revolutionaries, looking to get out of Kansas too. The group agree to pool their efforts and follow Henry's escape plan. While making their escape, Ellie grows close with Sam, and the two bond bond like siblings. As the group continue into the Missouri suburbs, they are tracked down by revolutionaries. What starts as a standoff becomes a fight for survival as a swath of infected emerge from underground, including a bloater, an infected that has swollen and evolved beyond all other infected. Sam is bitten but only tells Ellie. She cuts her hand and wipes the blood on his wound, hoping her immunity will transfer. It doesn't. Henry is forced to kill his own brother. Overcome with grief, he takes his own life. This horrific moment solidifies Ellie's determination to provide a vaccine to end the suffering. After an arduous trek across multiple states, the two finally make it into Wyoming. Joel is reunited with his brother in a self-sustaining community in Jackson. Unlike Joel, Tommy has moved on, finding love and a sense of normalcy. He is married and has a child on the way. Seeing this rekindles resentment that he doesn't have a life like Tommy's and amplifies his fears about being able to protect Ellie. This episode is the only time Joel truly opens up. He allows himself to be vulnerable with his brother. We see him concerned about his age, his past trauma, and his growing attachment to Ellie. He begs Tommy to complete the journey Joel can't face, fearing he'll only get Ellie killed. Later that night, Ellie confronts Joel, saying she overheard him trying to pass her on. This heart-wrenching confrontation solidifies their bond, and the two continue their journey together. Tommy tells him that the last place he knew the Fireflies were was at the Eastern University of Colorado. The dysfunctional duo head there. When they get to Colorado, the Fireflies are gone, having moved to Salt Lake City. Joel and Ellie are about to head that way when they are attacked by scavengers. Joel is gravely injured, but the two manage to escape. Ellie has to keep Joel alive and fend for herself. She encounters a seemingly kind man named David, who offers food in exchange for supplies. However, Ellie is captured, and David's true nature as a predator becomes evident. Meanwhile, Joel is recovering. He realizes Ellie is gone and immediately goes out to find her. This is when we see the truly dark side of Joel. He captures and violently interrogates David's men to get information. Ellie is fighting for her life against David, finally killing him in one of the most harrowing moments of the season. The trauma of this event leaves Ellie shaken, but as she escapes the building, Joel finds her. This marks a turning point in their relationship. Joel is no longer just a protector. He has fully embraced Ellie as his daughter. Their dynamic changed. Joel and Ellie reach Utah. Joel finally talks to Ellie about the pain of losing Sarah and indicates Ellie has been the one to alleviate it. As they talk, the Fireflies arrive, knocking the pair out before taking them to Marlene. When Joel wakes up, he is in a hospital with Ellie nowhere to be seen. The Fireflies have prepped her for surgery to remove her strain of cordyceps and create the vaccine. Joel realizes that the procedure will kill her. Unwilling to lose another daughter, he goes to find her, killing dozens of Fireflies and the surgeon. He takes an unconscious Ellie and kills Marlene as he leaves the hospital. When Ellie comes to, Joel tells her the Fireflies have given up finding a cure. The season ends with the two heading back to Jackson. Ellie asks Joel to swear he's being truthful, and though he lies again, she doesn't seem convinced. As we gear up for season 2, Joel's actions at the hospital, Ellie's lingering doubts, and their new life in Jackson are setting up the next chapter for even more tension. Thanks for watching Screen Rant.